we're going to be making our signature chicken fried watermelon. So the first thing we do, we start with a local watermelon. Just a nice season of salt. The more salt you put on, the more sweetness it draws out. It's a very simple 3-step breading. So we're going to go flour. This is just heavily seasoned with pepper. Into buttermilk. And then straight back to the flour, and that's what makes it chicken fried, is the flour, buttermilk flour. So from here, we're just going to go straight to the fryer. It's at 350. We're going to let these cook till they're nice and golden brown. So the garnish for these is going to be pickled watermelon rind. We pickle this rind with equal parts white wine vinegar and sugar. Just bring it to a boil, put the rind in a heat-resistant container, pour the very hot liquid right over, and just let it sit in the refrigerator for about 3 or 4 hours, and then just slice it very thin when it comes off. Just going to season these one more time with a little bit of salt. We have our base of pickled rind on the plate, just mainly hold it in place, and then we finish it with just a little more rind over the top. So the rind really brings like a nice sourness to it. So it's really a southern take on sweet and sour. So that's our chicken fried watermelon with pickled rind. So now we're going to do our grilled cheese, which is sort of a take on the classic flavors of grilled cheese, but not really the sandwich that you might be used to. So we have an aged Midnight Moon goat cheese. It's 6-month aged goat cheese. It's made in Holland. We just dress it with a little bit of olive oil. It's plenty salty by itself, so we don't really need to season it. Now we're going to put this on the grill and just very quickly let it get some of that smokiness. So as you can see, we've quite literally grilled the cheese. In addition to picking up that great smokiness, it's also made it nice and soft. We have some toasted brioche here that we just toasted in a little bit of butter. All right, we're going to put the cheese straight on top of that brioche. And then to finish this, we have a little bit of tomato jam. This is we cook fresh tomatoes with a little bit of ginger, tomato juice, and roasted garlic. This is just kind of emulate that tomato soup that is so classic with a grilled cheese sandwich. And then to finish the whole thing, we have some micro basil, once again to reinforce those classic flavors. And that's our grilled cheese. Next we'll be making our grilled polenta. So we have goat cheese polenta, just cornmeal and some milk cooked down. We set it in the walk-in, and then once it's set, we cut it into these squares. Gets a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, then it goes straight onto the grill. While it's on the grill, what we're trying to do is let it pick up some smokiness, and also obviously get hot. So while that's finishing on the grill, we'll go ahead and make the salad that goes with it. This is just asparagus, jumbo asparagus. We shave it, cook it in salted water, and then chill it down. We have some local cherry tomatoes here that we quartered, and then some pickled red onion. So again, these are red onions pickled in a combination of equal parts red wine vinegar and sugar, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just season it with salt and pepper. All right, now the polenta's off our grill. It's nice and hot. It's incorporated that smokiness from the grill. I find it best to put the asparagus down first, then the red onions will kind of help hold the tomatoes in place wherever you would like them. And then to finish this dish, we just have a 10-year aged balsamic and a little bit of micro basil. And that's our grilled polenta. The food here, and my food in general, we've started describing it as progressive comfort food because, you know, a lot of the flavor profiles are similar to comfort food. I think that the food here kind of draws back on people's experiences. It's very familiar, that it's comforting in that way too. But, you know, down south you can't call anything comfort food if it's not deep fried and smothered in gravy.